What's up, you guys? Welcome back. Today I'm super excited because we are going to be doing one of my favorite types of videos to film, which is a full face first impressions. I have so much new stuff to test out for you guys, and a lot of the stuff we have today is high-end too. We do have some drugstore stuff and affordable stuff as well, so I feel like it's even more important for me to test these things out, let you know, is it worth your coin or not? I don't want you out there spending money on stuff that doesn't work, so we're going to do a full face testing everything together today. Make sure you guys subscribe to my channel if you have not already, and click the little bell right next to the subscribe button so you can be notified of all my future uploads. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Alrighty, so first thing we're gonna jump in with is newer to Milani. This is the Milani Peach Glass Skin Primer. So this you can only find on Milani's website and then at Walgreens. They came out with a collection, they based a bunch of products based on fruits that you could only get at Walgreens. There is a peach or something primer, I think they call it the Skin Quench, which I tried, that you can get everywhere. That kind of came out around the same time, so it's a little confusing, but this one I haven't tried yet. So glass skin sounds good to me, so I figured we could give it a try. It kind of looks like a moisturizer. It is scented like peach. I do prefer just unscented, but it is a pleasant smell. And I assumed if it was a primer based on peach, it was gonna smell like peach. It definitely feels really, really hydrating, which is nice. It's also like 100 degrees here in Jersey today, so I feel like my skin needed to be quenched, and this actually feels really, really good. And it did give a pretty glow to my skin as well, which I like. All right, up next, I'm really, really excited about this. So this is new from Tarte, and this is their Hydro Flex Serum Foundation. So I have the foundation, and then I have the brush that they kind of say you're supposed to use to blend it out. It's like falling out of the packaging. Let me get it out of here. But I'm assuming this is gonna be like a light coverage, good for the skin type of glowing foundation. So it says on the back here, medium coverage, helps to even skin tone, blur the skin, and has hyaluronic acid, plant collagen, vitamin E, and niacinamide in it. So those are actually all really good ingredients that are good for the skin. So that's exciting. I have shade medium tan honey here. This is what they sent me. I think this will likely probably be a little bit dark, but we can always fix that with concealer. So I'm not too concerned about it, but this is what it looks like. I'm gonna shake it up a little bit. Definitely sounds liquidy, like straight up liquid. My hair is like flapping out of this. And you guys know I love my full coverage, but I don't mind lighter coverage foundations sometimes. So we are gonna go in with this and see. It's like a little squeezy tube. So I'm just gonna squeeze some on the face. That should be good for the bottom of the face. I'm just gonna go in with this brush and blend it out. Okay, I can definitely tell off the bat, too dark, but like I said, we can make it work. We'll just use a lighter concealer and I'll blend it down my neck. Good, because I did really want to test out how this worked. Blending, blending, blending. This foundation blends super easily, which is really nice, and just kind of morphs into the skin. Okay, so this is quite obviously not my shade, but I pretty much knew that going into it, but I still wanted to test it out to see then, you know, should I go and purchase a shade that's lighter? Like, does the foundation work for me? And it definitely, aside from the color, looks and feels very nice on my skin. It gives a dewy kind of glow, which I think also we're getting a little bit of that from the primer as well. And it feels so lightweight on the skin, very hydrating, and I really, really like the way that it feels. And it was really easy to blend out, and I think it did give a medium coverage. I was expecting it to be a lighter coverage than it is, but you still are gonna get coverage from this product, so I feel like this would be great for like every day. And I'm definitely gonna go and pick this up in my right shade, and I liked this brush too to blend it out. It did a really good job of blending it out super easily, and I just really like the lightweight feel that it gives to my skin. You guys know, as always, you can use code Kelly on Tarte's website for 15% off if you wanna get this foundation or any of their other products. It's an affiliate code that I have for you guys, but this actually pleasantly surprised me. At first I thought it was gonna be a disaster. When I started blending it out, I was like, oh goodness. Alrighty, now we're gonna jump in with concealer, try and make this blend a little bit better with my body. This is not a first impressions for me, but I think this is the first time I'm talking to you guys about it on my YouTube channel. This is new from Haley's Beauty, but they actually sent it to me a couple months ago so that I could test it out before it launched, and it is so good. I'm so excited to be able to actually talk about it now that it's available for you guys. This is the Rewind Blurring Full Coverage Concealer. I'm gonna let the concealer do the talking instead of me. Explaining how good it is to you guys, this is like my new fave. Thank you to Haley's for partnering with me on this video, but when you guys see how good this is, you're gonna be like, girl, I need that now. So I'm using shade light, medium, warm. Sometimes I'll use shade light, but because the foundation's so dark, I feel like we need to go with a little bit darker of a shade. And it's a squeezy top application, and it has like a metal kind of top, which is so cooling to the under eyes. I love the way that it feels when you apply it. So I'm gonna just apply this to my under eyes. It's super full coverage, so you really don't need a lot of this. Like, you guys know I normally go in with a ton of concealer. For me, this really isn't very much. And I'm gonna bring it down the nose and in the center planes of my face as well, and a little bit on the outer corners of my mouth. This is like a little TikTok hack that I found that actually really helps to like lift the face if you put concealer down there. So I've been doing that. I'm just using their remixed complexion sponge and going in and blending everything out. But this concealer is a cream to powder formula and it's super weightless on the skin, which is really nice. It's a very full coverage, but it doesn't feel dry and cakey. And dare I say, I really do like this concealer just as much as Shape Tape. Like, it is so good. You guys know I love Shape Tape, but this is just as full coverage. And it's actually formulated with diamond powder, so that helps to even out your skin tone and also decrease the appearance of wrinkles, which is always fabulous. But do you guys see that coverage? Like, it's next level, but still looks really smooth on the skin, which is nice. And it is a matte finish, but it's not gonna dry your under eyes out or the rest of your face, wherever you prefer to apply it. And all the tubes are 100% recyclable. You just cut off the metal tip and you can recycle the entire tube. These two together actually look really nice. So I'm obsessed with this. So excited that I can finally actually talk to you guys about it because it is available. It launched on the 28th of June. So I will link it down below, and you guys can use code Kelly for $5 off your purchase of $25 or more on Hailey's website. So I'll have all that information down below if you guys are interested, but love this. And I feel like we're already kind of morphing the face into better with the body. And I'm just gonna jump in with some of their Retouch setting powder now just to set everything in place. Okay, so I only meant to put the setting powder underneath my eyes and then accidentally put some on my face as well because we still have some other cream products to try, but it's okay. We're gonna see how they work, but I do have a little powder on my face, so hopefully it's okay. Typically, I like to apply cream products on top of other creams before we go in with powder, but you win some and you lose some. But I wanna try these new cream blushes. So these are the Vanish cream blushes from Hourglass. So I have two shades here. This one is Sacred. It's like a dusty kind of rose. And then I also grabbed Wonder, which is a little bit more of like a mauve. I think I'm gonna go in with Sacred, which is the more pinky shade. They do have a brush, the Seamless Finish Foundation brush. So this is the same one that you can use with their Vanish foundation that they say to use for this. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to use the brush, like apply a little bit of this. Ooh, this looks pretty pigmented, so I'm gonna just use a little bit and tap on the cheeks. Ooh, okay, very pigmented, but very pretty. I feel like it shows up brighter on the face than it really looks in the tube. And this brush is actually really nice. Normally, I'm like, use your own brushes, you don't need to buy like the brush, but this is actually, it's like dense and kind of curved. So I feel like it actually is really nice to apply cream blush. So I feel like I would use this with other cream blushes as well, not just this one. And it's layering fine on top of the powder, so that's really nice too. It's not one of those that you have to apply on top of an unset foundation. I like the Hourglass Vanish foundation too. I feel like I always forget about it. And the concealer from the Vanish line is really good as well. That I use a lot. So they're definitely on the pricier side, but I do always think that their products are quality. Super pretty, I like this a lot. For cream bronzer, I don't have anything new, so I'm just gonna go in with my OG. This is the Breezy Cream Bronzer from Tarte with the little brush. This is my favorite, so I'm just gonna use this to sculpt out my cheeks and just kind of morph that into that blush. Alrighty, now we're gonna jump into eyes. I'm gonna zoom you guys on in. Okay, so for the eyes, we're gonna test out two different things because I just couldn't decide between them. I have the new Cherry Crush little ColourPop palette. I thought this was really, really cute. Love the bright pops of pink. But then I got in the mail the new Urban Decay Naked 3 Mini. I was like, what in the world? Because the Naked 3 came out like so long ago, but they made a little mini version and I mean, it looks cute. I will say I like the little Urban Decay mini palettes for like travel and stuff. Normally I'm not doing these crazy looks where I need a billion colors when I'm traveling. I just need like a couple basics if I want to throw some eyeshadow on. So this is really pretty. I was just kind of like, do we necessarily need it? Probably not. But I figured we could test a little bit of this and a little bit of the ColourPop palette as well and just test them both out and see. Because I could be pleasantly surprised and be like, oh no, never mind. You do need this. So we'll see. I'm gonna go in with the shade Laced Up first, which is like this light purpley kind of shade, and pop that in the crease. It has been a hot minute since I have used the Naked 3 palette, but it was definitely one of my favorites back in the day. So I'm just gonna blend this into the crease and upper crease. Then I'm gonna go in with Right Time. This is a bit of a deeper purple, and work that into the crease to begin to build it up. I do think they did a good job of like selecting the shades for this palette. Like, it is really everything you would need to create an eye look in a compact size. If you already own the Naked 3, I don't know that you need to like, you know, run out and buy this, but if you don't own it and you like cooler tone shadows like this, it's not a bad option. All right, we will jump back into this, but I want to jump into the ColourPop palette now too. And I'm going to go in with the shade Cherry Stem, and I'm going to start to build this in this outer corner. This is much more pink toned than purple toned, obviously, because it's like the cherry palette, but I'm gonna blend them together to like marry the colors. And nice thing about the Urban Decay palette is there is a mirror in this, where ColourPop palette, we do not get a mirror in this one. But obviously the Urban Decay palette, you're getting less shadows at a more expensive price point. So all about kind of what you're looking for. These are morphing well into each other though, which is nice. Then I'm gonna jump in with Take a Bite, which is like a deep plum kind of color, and blend that into the outer crease and into the crease about halfway as well. It shows up actually more vibrant on the lid, I feel like, than it does in the pan. Like the pan, it looks pretty dark. The lid, it's like a more vibrant, kind of brighter purple. So it's definitely a palette for people that like bright pinks and purples. Then I'm gonna jump in with Juicy Juicy. So this is like a purple kind of shimmery shade. It looks really pretty. And I'm gonna just pop that on the lid, going about halfway. I'm just using my finger to tap this. Definitely like a purpley kind of pink and very vibrant. Okay, I'm gonna jump back into the Naked 3 now, the little mini, and I'm gonna go in with shade Public, which is right here. And I'm going to apply this to the inner portion of the eye and blend it into that darker, kind of brighter pink, and kind of just give that gradient effect to the eye. I feel like for using two different palettes, this eye look is actually coming out pretty. Like I like the way all the colors are kind of morphing with each other. I feel like that looks really pretty. Then I'm gonna jump in with Spiced, which is the darkest shade in the Naked 3 little mini. I'm gonna put this on a tiny little liner brush, and I'm gonna line the upper lash line about halfway or so and wing it out just a little bit, and then bring that down on the lower lash line about halfway as well. This is like a super dark plum color. It almost comes off like brown because of the deepness. Then I'm gonna jump back into the ColourPop palette. I'm gonna go in with this bright pink. This is shade Tie a Knot, and I'm gonna use that on the lower lash line to bring some pink in there and just blend everything together. Super, super pretty. Then I'm just gonna jump in with the black gel liner from ColourPop. There are some liners as part of this collection, but they're like pink and red, and I just don't know that that was gonna really look very good on the waterline. So I figured a black would just do the job a little bit better, at least for the look that I'm going for. Up next for mascara, this is not a first impressions for me. I've tried this before, but it's a newer product that I haven't featured on my YouTube channel yet. This is from Uoma by Sharon C. So this is like new, because Uoma Beauty's been at Ulta, but they came out with like a new almost sister brand that's now available at Walmart. So this is the new mascara. This is the Level Up mascara, and it's a volumizing mascara, but it's mostly natural ingredients, which I like. I think it says it on here like 77%. Yeah, 70% natural ingredients. And it does a nice job on my lashes. It's definitely like a stickier formula, which is what I personally need. Whenever mascaras are like too liquidy, they just don't do anything for me. Where this one picks the lashes up and adds good volume without making them look clumpy. I'm gonna add it to my lower lashes as well. And voila, eyes are done. Because my natural lashes really are not very nice. So this does a pretty good job, I would say. All right, now moving on to finish off the face. This I have been wanting to try so bad. I have this in my drawer, like waiting for a new first impressions video to test it out. So Benefit's Hoola Bronzer has been around forever. It's like a cult favorite product, but they came out with a Hoola Glow, which is a glowy version basically, because the original Hoola is completely matte. So I'm really excited to try this because I love a glowy bronzer for like all over the face. I normally only just use matte bronzers for contouring. So I'm gonna go in and get some of this on the brush and then dust it on the face and see. Looks like it's pretty much the exact same shade as the original Hoola, but it does have a little glow to it. I feel like the glow though almost makes it look like a little gray toned, which is a little bit of a bummer. Like I know Hoola has a little bit of a grayish undertone, but I feel like because it's matte and I would use it to contour, I don't notice it as much, but I kind of don't love the way this looks, which I'm sad about. It'll likely look different on different skin tones, but I feel like on me it looks a little like gray. Definitely don't hate it, but don't love it as much as I was hoping, which makes me sad, but not everything can work, so it is what it is. For blush, I feel like we already have a lot on with the Hourglass product, but I did want to try the new Mario blushes, because I featured like all of his other products in one of my last Test a New Products video and forgot to use the powder blushes. I tried his cream blushes and really liked them, but I have two of the powder ones here. This one is Poppy Pink, and then I also have Creamy Peach. I think I'm gonna go with Creamy Peach, because the Poppy Pink is like really bright, so I feel like it'd be a lot with the blush we already have on. And I'm just gonna pop this on my cheeks. This is very pretty. I actually really like Mario's products. Like I feel like he really did a good job of really creating quality products, because sometimes if celebrities get makeup lines and stuff, you don't always know, are they just slapping their name on something or is it actually good? I really do think his products are good. And I like this blush color. All right, now for our highlight today, we have something a little different. This is new from Revlon, and this is their Rose Glow Face Gloss. So this is supposed to luminize and hydrate your face. It does say that you can use this underneath makeup or on top of makeup, so it's kind of up to you how you want to use it. So obviously, oh, I'm just throwing it. Oh my goodness. All right, we're back. Obviously we're gonna apply it on top of makeup today, and we'll see how this works. I'm just gonna put a little bit on my finger. It's like a little pinky shade. I'm gonna tap it on the cheeks and see. It's important with face gloss. I learned this the hard way. You wanna make sure you apply this at the end, not before you do your eye makeup, because if you do your eye makeup after, all the fallout's gonna get caught in it and then you won't be able to get it out. Oh, okay. This is pretty. Obviously, like I knew it was gonna be subtle. It's like a light kind of pink, and I'm just tapping it in with the finger. I do think this would be pretty underneath makeup though, like it says, because when it says face gloss, I kind of think sticky. This isn't sticky, so you could definitely put this beneath makeup. So I'm glad I tested it this way. It's definitely really natural, like it's not gonna give any crazy glow. Let me see if it took away my foundation. I think it may have a little bit. I think it took a little bit of the foundation away, but it's nothing crazy. It's not that bad. Put a little on the nose as well. It does dry down too, which a lot of face glosses don't do. Like I wouldn't say this is my favorite product. Like I'm not gonna use this every single day, but for a face gloss, it's not bad because it does actually dry down. Definitely for those that want just something a little subtle, like when the light hits it, you see a little glow. So I want to test this out beneath foundation and see how that looks. I'll probably like that better to give like an all over glow. And then I can use a highlight to like target specific areas. I did want to jump into this real quick. So this is a highlight palette. This is a collab with Pixie and Makeup by Denise. This is the Mind Your Own Glow Radiance Palette. And so I figured we could just layer another highlighter on top and then we'll really be glowing. Okay, so there's like a million different options in here. I'm gonna mix together these two highlights up here, but lots of different options where you can kind of custom create a little highlight. And then I'm gonna go, ooh, wow, these are really pigmented and really pretty. And they layer fine on top of that face gloss too. Like it's not catching and getting sticky in weird areas. So that is a good thing too, that the face gloss does fully dry. These highlights are really, really pretty. And that is definitely blinding. Okay, now last but not least for the lips, I'm really excited about this. So this is new from Fenty and I love their regular gloss bombs, but they came out now with the Gloss Bomb Heat, which is basically supposed to be the gloss bomb, but then it's also supposed to be lip plumping. So we're gonna see how it works. I have shade Hot Cherry here. I believe that's the only shade they have right now, but it goes pretty well with our eyes today. So I'm gonna apply this on top of my lips with nothing on them and we'll see how it feels. Sometimes lip plumpers can really hurt. And, ooh, this smells like spicy. Like I don't know how else to describe it. I feel like this one might be one of the ones that hurts. I like the color though. Sometimes you gotta give it like a minute or so. So I'm gonna apply it and then I'll be back to let you guys know how it feels and if we see any plumping action. I really do like this color though. Like it's really pretty. It's not obviously as pigmented as it is in the bottle, but I feel like it just looks very natural and pretty on the lips. Like it morphs to your lips kind of natural color and makes them look really glossy. So I like that and it's not burning at all so far, but I'll wait a minute or two and then I'll report back. All right, we're about 2 minutes in. Definitely feeling the tingles. It's nothing that I can't handle though. Like you feel it working, but it really isn't that bad. And I do feel like my lips look a little plumper. What do you guys think? Comment down below. It just kind of feels like you put a little hot sauce on your lips or something like that. Like definitely not one of those that's like unbearable or anything at all. And I actually really love the way that it just looks on the lips naturally without even the plumping aspect. I feel like it's really shiny. It's a little bit different than how their gloss bombs are, but really, really pretty. So that is everything, you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. Comment down below any other new products you guys want to see, like first impressions or tutorials using. I can definitely do that. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you so much and I'll see you very soon in my next video. Bye.